Last night, I was watching, I like to watch reruns of Law and Order. They show them over and over and over, and you can watch like a million of them. It's a good show to me, so I get into it. But sometimes I fall asleep, and I did last night. It's so good I fall asleep. So I did last night. But then one of those commercials that seems to be so much louder than everything else comes on, and it woke me up. And I needed that. It was something that broke through and woke me up. And I think today's gospel is something that needs to break through and wake us up. Because we hear Jesus say, "Woe to you, Pharisees," and we think he's talking to somebody else. Just like the scholar of the law who was sitting there, and he's listening to Jesus, and Jesus says, "Woe to you, Pharisees." And the scholar's sitting there thinking, oh, he's talking about them. But then something makes him think, wait, he might be talking about me too. And so he speaks up. He says, "Jesus, are you talking about us?" And he said, "Yes, I am. And here's what I'm going to tell you about you." It's a wake-up call. Because a lot of times when we hear the gospel, we think Jesus is talking about somebody else, not about us. But if we're comfortable in listening to the gospel that way, something's not right. If you ever have a chance to pray the litany of humility, if you've ever heard of it before, this is a wake-up call to me. This is a stinger to me. This is what it asks for. "O Jesus, from the desire of being esteemed, deliver me. From the desire of being loved, deliver me. From the desire of being extolled, from the desire of being honored, from the desire of being praised, from the desire of being preferred to others." Oh my gosh, that hits me. Do I desire all those things? Sometimes. This litany of humility is a beautiful prayer, and I think it encapsulates what Jesus is telling us in the gospel. Brothers and sisters, we all have disordered affections and disordered things. And yes, Jesus is talking to us. We need a wake-up call. Perhaps maybe the litany of humility would be good for us to pray, or some other prayer. But what shakes us and wakes us up and lets us know that Jesus isn't just talking to somebody else in the gospel? These are the words meant for you and for me. Please stand.